I love this one. Love does not imply pacifism. I get this book. They're two big books, and they really were supposed to. They're originally supposed to be pamphlets. And you're seeing now, several hours later, why they ended up. And what it was going to be, it was going to be. I found that when I would do talks about fighting back, that the resistance, that the response by the audience was really predictable, and that sort of a lot of mainstream peace and social justice activists and a lot of mainstream environmentalists, their response would be to put up what I'd taken to calling a Gandhi shield, and they would say the words Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Dalai Lama again and again as fast as they can to keep all evil thoughts at bay. And then grassroots environmentalists would do the same thing, but then they would come up to me after the talk and they would say, "Thank you for bringing this up." And then other groups of people, like prisoners and family farmers, survivors of domestic violence, American Indians, radical environmentalists, I know I'm missing the poor, a lot of people of color, would have an entirely different response, which is they would look at me like, "So, can you tell us something we don't know? And let's go, bro." And I realized the difference was that for those latter groups, violence is not some theoretical question to be puzzled through. It's simply a part of life. That doesn't mean you participated in it. It doesn't mean you don't participate in it. But it's not some abstract or spiritual question. Not to say that... I'm sorry?
That means you understand it.
It means you know it in your body.
Why it needs to happen.
Yeah. And then the next part of it was that I found that a lot of the responses that I was getting were really stereotypical, not from those latter groups, but from the former group. There was all these cliches that were getting thrown out that the more I thought about them, the less that they meant. Like people would say, "Oh my God, Derrick, if you had enough love, you would never suggest fighting back because if you love, you don't fight back." And I don't think that love implies pacifism, and I think that Mother Grizzly Bears will back me up on this one. I grew up in the country, and in my life, I have been attacked by mother horses, cows, dogs, cats, geese, chickens, mice, hawks, eagles, hummingbirds, spiders, who thought I was attacking their babies. And if a mother mouse is going to take on somebody 8,000 times her size, what the hell's wrong with us? And then another one is, you can't use the master's tools to dismantle the master's house. And I love Audre Lorde. She's great. She's not a pacifist, and anybody who ever says this in sort of a pacifistic sense has never read her essay, because it has nothing to do with pacifism. It has to do with we need a wide range of voices is actually what the essay's about. But as much as I love Audre Lorde, I'll tell you this much. She never worked construction, because it doesn't matter whose goddamn tools you use. You use my tools, you use your tools, master's tools, doesn't matter. And there's another problem with that, too, which is it presumes that the house belongs to the master, but it's just a house. And it also presumes that the tools belong to the master. It presumes that violence is one of the master's tools. Those in power are trying to tell us that they own the land. They're trying to tell us that they own the water. They're trying to tell us they own genetic materials. I'll be goddamned if I'm going to give them violence, too. And once again, I think Mother Grizzlies are going to back me up on this one. What's another one we always hear? Oh, God, this one's embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. How many people in here have the book A Language Older Than Words? Okay, those of you who have that book, do you also have like a straight razor or a razor blade? Okay, what I would like for you to do is the chapter Violence Revisited, take the razor, cut the pages out, crumple them up, and throw them away. Put them in the fire. Because, oh God, this is so embarrassing. It's like admitting I'm a compulsive masturbator, which I'm not. Okay, in that book, in that chapter, oh God, this is terrible. I say that if you fight back, you run the risk of becoming like they are. Oh my God. It's like, that's so stupid. I mean, does that mean that the woman who kills a rapist runs the risk of becoming a rapist? Does that mean that the tiger who kills a zookeeper runs the risk of becoming a zookeeper? Does that mean that Tecumseh ran the risk of becoming like the people who are stealing his land? It makes no sense. Or what's another one? Oh, this is the best one. And then I'll bash hope for a while. Violence never accomplishes anything. Okay, so violence never accomplishes anything. What that means is that all the Africans who came over on the Middle Passage, they just jumped on the ships. And then when they're over here, they just worked in the fields for the hell of it. And what this means is that the American Indians, they just saw the white people and they said, hey, you want some land? Your way of living is way better than ours, so just take it. You'll treat it better than we do. And there's this great line by Robin Morgan. She says, anywhere in the world, any woman can be walking alone late at night, and if she hears footsteps behind her, she has reason to be afraid. And she calls that the democracy of fear. Do not fucking tell me that violence doesn't accomplish anything. It has systematically terrorized half of the population of human beings. And violence is dreadfully, dreadfully effective. That's why they use it.